right now the trial's happening. They are not allowing any cameras in there, so we can't watch any streaming content. We have to rely on either reporters tweeting, or law and crime. They have their articles and stuff like that. But let's talk about the Doomsday Mom and what's going on with her and why the trial has been so spicy, I guess. A lot of people are really invested in the Doomsday stuff. I've heard about her case here and there. I remember she was supposed to be tried with her husband, but they decided to do it separately. And when I hear things like Doomsday, I'm just like, I already roll my eyes. I'm like, oh god, these are just like already batshit insane crazy people. Let's see what they're gonna say. Hi Mimi, how are you doing today? How's it going? Let's start off with Doomsday Mom Lori Vallow. What is going on and what happened? Lori Vallow is accused of murdering her adopted son, Joshua Jackson JJ, 7 years old. Oh my God, 7 years old. You're like in second grade when you're 7 years old. And her biological daughter, Tylee Ashlyn Ryan, who was 17 at the time. The murders are believed to have occurred sometime in September 2019. Both children went missing on different dates that same month. Oh, look, by the way, if anyone's a Subaru here. Adopted JJ Vallow. She and her fourth husband, Charles Vallow, the boy's uncle at the time, raised him as their own in July of 2014. The Vallows were married in 2006 in Las Vegas. Previously, Lori Vallow's co-defendant in the case was her fifth husband. So for those of you guys who are going to get confused about the family tree, I have a family tree up. Oh no, where'd it go? Oh, did I actually exit now? Where did my family tree go? Oh God, I got to find it. Okay. I had a family tree up because I was getting really confused with who was who and what was what. Okay. So we have fifth husband, Chad Daybell, who she met October 2018. In April that year, Lori Vallow's third husband, Joseph Ryan, biological father to Tylee Ryan, died of an apparent heart attack. So her third husband, who she had her first kid with, died of a heart attack. Charles Vallow filed for divorce in February 2019 after Lori Vallow started seeing Daybell, and she accused him of having an affair. That's a very complicated sentence to read. Let me get the family tree really quick. All right. Thank you so much for people who are posting this. I appreciate it. Okay. So here's Lori Vallow right here. Lori Vallow has been married 5 times. So husband 1, unknown. Husband 2, not really pertinent to this case. Husband 3, however, is where she had her first kid, Tylee Ryan. We have Joseph Ryan right here, who she had Tylee Ryan. Now, Tylee Ryan is one of the children that is missing right now. And well, actually not missing. They did find her remains. Now we're going to go to husband. Wait, where's husband number 4 at? Oh, here's husband number 4. Husband number 4 is Charles Vallow. Charles Vallow adopted Joshua JJ Vallow. And here are, oh my God, this family tree is actually really confusing. So the 2 kids that are missing are Tylee Ryan, 17, and JJ, who is 7 years old. Now, Charles Vallow, Lori's 4th husband, is not alive. He was actually shot to death. He was shot by Lori's brother, and Lori's brother tried to claim self-defense, and apparently they're reopening the case on that, and it's not going to go through. These are the grandparents of JJ's right here, which is also Charles' sister. Okay, don't worry about the details on this one. It's just kind of all over the place. But the important things that you need to know are the 2 kids that went missing. And then also she had a 4th husband who was killed by her brother. And then this is, who is this now? Oh, okay. This is Alex Cox. So this is Lori's brother right here. Her brother shot her 4th husband, Charles Vallow, said it was self-defense, and it's still under investigation. Now, I don't know why her niece is involved, but let's read it. Melanie is Lori's niece. Her ex-husband, Brandon Bordeaux. Okay, so this is Lori's niece right here. That's her husband, Brandon. Says that someone shot at him in October. Police said the shooter was in a Jeep registered to Charles Vallow. So I don't know if they're trying to say that Lori's 4th husband, Charles Vallow, tried to shoot him, or maybe it was someone driving Charles's car. Melanie finalized her divorce with Brandon, so they're no longer together anymore. And she's now married to an Ian Pawlowski. Okay. So we're going to come back to all this right here. If you guys can't follow with me, it's fine. It's all over the place too. Now we're going to go to Lori's fifth husband, Chad Daybell. So Chad Daybell is also on trial right now. However, he was supposed to stand trial with Lori. They were supposed to be tried together, but they decided to try them separately. Now, the interesting thing about Chad Daybell is that he had a wife named Tammy Daybell, and Tammy died in October of 2019. Investigators are now calling her death suspicious. Maybe Lori's involved. Chad and Lori were married a few weeks later. So his wife dies, and then he marries Lori Vallow a couple weeks later. Thank God they don't have any, none with Lori, 5 with Tammy. Oh, they had 5 kids together. Oh my God, 5 kids. Yeah, this is her fifth husband. Whew, okay, so we'll definitely come back to this family tree. I had another family tree that just showed everything and was easy to scroll up and down, but this will do. Okay, so let's get into the details right now. So Charles Vallow, this is Lori's 4th husband, filed for divorce in February 2019 after Lori Vallow was seeing her 5th husband, Chad Daybell, after she accused him of having an affair. So she accused of her husband of having an affair, and then she goes and have an affair on her own, I guess. In a court filing, he wrote that his wife, Lori Vallow, had threatened to kill him. And then Lori Vallow stole a lot of cash from him and his truck. In July of 2019, Lori's brother, Alex Cox, killed Lori's husband, Charles Vallow. I wonder why. I wonder if the entire family is just batshit crazy or something. Now, at the time, Lori's Vallow brother, Cox, claimed it was self-defense, but the authorities later termed his death a homicide. In October 2019, Tammy Daybell, so this is Lori's 5th husband's wife, she died in her sleep at the age of 49. And then a couple weeks after that, Lori Daybell got married to Chad. Her death was initially attributed to natural causes, but authorities later reversed the course and reopened the investigation. Now, in May of 2021, authorities charged Lori Vallow and her current 5th husband, Chad Daybell, with the murder of JJ Vallow, again, 7 years old. That's her adopted son. 17-year-old Tylee Ryan, who is her biological daughter with her 3rd husband, and Tammy Daybell. Tammy Daybell, again, is Lori's current husband's wife who died, and then they got married a couple weeks later. All right, I think we're getting this. But the central players in the sad tales don't even begin to crack the complex surface of the numerous relationships involved. The reason the term doomsday cult is used in this case. So yeah, some of you guys are wondering, well, why are they doomsday mom? Why is she a doomsday mom? Why does she do this? The explanation for it is just really dumb. Something about zombies, okay? When Charles Vallow filed for divorce, he also noted distinct change in Lori Vallow's worldview, writing in one filing that his estranged wife believed that she was a God assigned to carry out the work of 144,000 at Christ's second coming in July of 2020. The deceased man's brother-in-law, Larry Woodcock, who is also JJ Vallow's biological grandfather, would echo that understanding. They did an interview in 2019 and said, nothing with Lori right now makes sense. And that woman he knew for 12 years is not the same person that is here on earth today. Now, Lori's 5th husband, Chad Daybell, appears to be the source of some, but perhaps not all of Lori's Vallow's religious beliefs. The two of them met at a end times conference and later appeared on a podcast about doomsday preparation soon after. Her 5th husband, Chad Daybell, is also an author on various novels related to ends of times theology. Oh my God. The couple's appears have started as Mormons who eventually came to believe that certain people had become inhabited by zombies and that had distinct names as they turned away from the light and moved greater into darkness. Lori Vallow is charged with conspiracy to commit murders, believes that Charles Vallow was killed in order for Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow to marry and fulfill their religious prophecy. So again, she believes her fourth husband, who was killed by her brother, was killed because they have to fulfill this religious prophecy. That's why I want to know, is the entire family just batshit crazy? Does Lori Vallow's brother, does he also believe in the doomsday stuff? Or did he just kill her ex-husband because of some other shit that went down or something like that? She bought her wedding dress while Tammy was still there. I don't get it. Did Tammy not want a divorce from Chad or something? Why get rid of her? Chad can still divorce her no matter what. And then they also had 5 kids together. Where are the kids going to go? Oh my God, this is such a mess. In March of 2020, court filing in a child custody case tangentially related to Lori Vallow's case, relatives of accused laid out some of the cult beliefs in detail. An attorney fought for document for Brandon Bordeaux, the ex-husband of Vallow's niece. So again, this is Brandon Bordeaux. This is Lori Vallow's niece right here. Brandon Bordeaux, I think, is this one right here. Yep, this is Brandon Bordeaux. They filed a document for Brandon Bordeaux, the ex-husband of Vallow's niece. Bordeaux and Pawlowski have children together. And the father at the time claimed that Pawlowski, so Lori Vallow, it must be a whole family fucking cult thing. So this is her niece right here, okay? Her niece divorced this guy and married Pawlowski. But apparently Pawlowski also believed in this doomsday shit as well. Bordeaux and Pawlowski have children together. I feel bad for their kids. The father at the time claimed that Pawlowski shared Vallow's alleged doomsday belief system and knew where the then missing children were. In the earlier court filing, Brandon Bordeaux accused his ex-wife of conspiring with her husband, with her uncle, Alex Cox, to kill him. So now they're also saying that the niece is also involved in... So the niece possibly conspired with Lori Vallow's brother to kill her third husband. Oh my God, guys. One in chat if you're getting what I'm saying. 2 in chat if this family tree is literally just brain cancer. Okay. Well, he told her they were literal soulmates and they were chosen ones who would survive the doomsday. She believed she was some sort of goddess. Oh, hi, Rain. How are you doing today? How's it going? Ian Pawlowski, who married Melanie Bordeaux after her divorce from Brandon Bordeaux, described the doomsday cult in the following terms in a document she allegedly wrote after being questioned by police in 2019. So, the niece is also batshit crazy, I guess. Melanie explained zombies and her fears about what Chad and Lori stated concerning the original spirits being caught in limbo until the body's death. Dude, I wonder when the 2020 pandemic was going down, if they thought that their prophecy was being fulfilled. Because a bunch of countries shut down. A lot of people got sick. A lot of people died. I wonder if they were like, oh my God, the prophecy is real after all. I told you. She stated that Bordeaux had been possessed by a demon or another dark entity after the June of 2019. She was told either through revelation or by Chad that something needed to happen to Bordeaux in order for his spirit to progress and for the Lord's plan to continue. She didn't take well to the idea of her husband dying as part of the Lord's plans, but didn't think action would be taken by anyone. The whole family's crazy. How did this happen? 1 and 2, 1. We need a whiteboard and a pegboard with all the little strings. I know, right? Should I get out my Microsoft Word and start drawing this out? Okay. Melanie, Daybell and Vallow allegedly asked a friend to lie for them. So Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow, again, they're the ones that are standing on trial. Okay. So Melanie Give is Lori Vallow's longtime best friend, has testified extensively in the case by way of Chad Daybell's preliminary hearing. Aside from offering additional details about the bizarre belief system attributed to the 2 alleged killers, Gibb also discussed a phone call she recorded with a couple on the day the police contacted her about JJ Vallow's whereabouts. Yes, go best friend. Yes. So Melanie asked, I was wondering why you told the police that he was with me. Lori Vallow replied, invoking Kay Woodcock, who had made the initial phone call asking for a welfare check on the special needs child. I just needed to, unintelligible, to have somebody that I So I wouldn't have to tell where he really was because they were going to tell Kay where he is. Kay Woodcock, I believe that is JJ's grandparents. Yeah. So Kay and Larry Woodcock, JJ's grandparents, and I believe Kay's the one who's going to, she wants to attend the trial personally, just so she can stare down at Lori. Okay, so at this point, grandmother's looking for the grandson. She doesn't want the grandmother to know where the kid is, and she lied to the cops saying that like, oh, well, my son JJ is with my best friend Melanie, which is a lie. Now, Chad Daybell allegedly called and asked Melanie to say that JJ Vallow was safe and with her, prompting her to record the next phone call for her own volition. She later turned the recording over to the police. Yes. Now, Melanie said, if you really loved me, you would not have told the police that I had JJ with me. That's not what a friend does. That just makes me look weird. And it's not safe for me. It doesn't look good. I mean, you had to think of my welfare if you love me. So at this point, Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell, their kids are missing. 2 kids went missing, different days, same month. And I think they ran off to Hawaii. Chad and Lori were married in Hawaii in November 2019. Investigators allege neither of the then missing children were present in the photographs of the marriage. Wait, do we have photographs? Oh my God. They went and got married and celebrated. RPD says that during the welfare check of JJ, Alex Cox told them, oh, her brother was in on it too. So Lori's brother told the police that JJ was with his grandmother in Louisiana. Chad Daybell was also there, but said he didn't know Lori well, but they were married. When Chad drove away, the police department stopped him and he gave them Lori's number. Lori later said JJ was with her best friend watching Frozen 2. Oh my God. They cashed in the money for the kids when they were gone. What, the welfare check? Was there insurance scams going on? Why were they so crazy? I don't know. The entire family was like in on this. There's the niece, there's the brother. Oh my God. What was going on in their lives that they were so susceptible to this doomsday bullshit? Her brother was her hitman. Are her parents still alive? Their parents, are they still alive? At the time, they told police in Kauai, so that's in Hawaii, that tylee Ryan had died some 2 years prior and that Lori Vallow had no minor children. So she said that her oldest child has already been dead for 2 years now, and they completely just erased the 7-year-old son. After the ceremony, they returned home to the Gem State, and then they left again after Gibb and Woodcock, so that's Lori's best friend and JJ's grandparents, got state, local, and federal law enforcement involved in the hunt for the missing children. By December 2019, the couple was back in Hawaii. She and her current husband were spotted together as late of January 2020 while a nationwide search was raging for the children. In late February, Lori Vallow was arrested on... My God, why did it take so long for them to arrest them? Lori Vallow was arrested on felony charges of child desertion, non-support of dependent children, and a handful of misdemeanors. Somewhere along the way, Chad Daybell went back home alone. A search warrant was executed on his property in June of 2020, and he was arrested soon after the bodies were found. The couple's cases were recently severed and will be tried separately. Dude, now that they're being tried separately, she's just going to be like, oh, he made me do it. And then he's going to be like, oh, she made me do it. Like, I don't know, man. So I guess she's being tried first. And then Chad's going to be testified afterwards. There has been various Christian cults who did unspeakable things in the name of God in this show here. I've seen crazy movies, but this is beyond that, man. I don't even know how the Netflix doc is even going to keep track of all of this. Oh yeah, I heard it was about like sex and power, and I don't get how that all tied together. Ugh, gross. Okay. Yeah, money, power, and sex. Lurid details of how Lori Vallow Daybell, alleged victims, died revealed for the first time. Oh, that's the 17-year-old daughter with her 7-year-old brother. Opening statements began late Monday morning in the triple murder trial of the accused doomsday cult mom, Lori Vallow Daybell. Money, power, and sex. That's what this case is about, led prosecutor Lindsay Blake told jurors in Ada County, Idaho. The defendant used money, power, and sex, to get what she wanted. It didn't matter what it was. It didn't matter what obstacles she had to move, a person or a thing. If a person, it didn't matter who. And on the road to that avaricious trinity, the prosecutor argued, Vallow got what she wanted by orchestrating a series of murders by conspiring to kill at least 3 people who got in her way. Wait, how did the kids get in her way? Was she trying to live like a happy, free life and not have her kids involved? Vallow and her 5th and current husband, Chad Daybell, 54, stand accused of murder over the 2019 death of J.J. Vallow, Tylee Ryan. The children disappeared on different dates in September of that year. Vallow was initially arrested in Hawaii in February 2020 on charges of child desertion. Daybell was arrested later that year after the children's body were found buried at his property. The 2 defendants were indicted for the murder of Vallow's children and Daybell's first wife. So apparently the first wife died in her sleep. Do you think they just fed her like sleeping meds or something? Initially being prosecuted as husband and wife co-defendants, the couple's case has been recently severed and will be tried separately. Do you think it's better for them to be tried separately? Or did the prosecution want to try them separately? Or maybe they're going to try them separately so they can get them to testify against each other. Jesus. They were all knobbing each other in the guise of God and had to get rid of the kids. I don't get it. It seems like at least like JJ has grandparents who would love to take care of him. JJ could have went to the grandparents, and then Lori's daughter, who's 17, 1 more year until she turns 18 and she'll be on her own anyways. This makes no sense. Good morning. Oh my God, don't call me mommy, no. Is anyone familiar with the psycho couple in Red Dead Redemption? No, they are based on a true story. The inbreeding murderers, brother and sister. The patrol in the game were so well made. I tried to play Red Dead Redemption. I couldn't get into it. I got so mad because looting in that game took forever. He definitely poisoned her. Is that what you think? Defendants also indicted Maricopa County, Arizona on one of the charge of conspiracy to commit murder even over the death of her previous husband, Charles Vallow, who was admittedly shot and killed by Vallow's since deceased brother. Oh, wait, her brother is dead. He's not even alive anymore. Tylee had money. Lori wanted it. Tylee's gone. Wait, Tylee had money. Oh, did her 3rd husband pass away and then left the money with the daughter to go to like college or something like that? JJ took time and he also lost his father. When he lost his father, he became so much more difficult to care for. He was entitled to Social Security benefits. The defendant didn't want to take care of JJ anymore. He had money. JJ's gone. Were they even getting that much money? It's okay. Tammy Daybell was also a would-be source of funding for Vallow. The prosecutors argued, oh, she had life insurance policy. Lori wanted Chad all to herself. Tammy's gone. Dude, they had 5 kids together. Gruesome and lurid details of the homicides. Wait, so I wonder if they really believe in this doomsday shit, or if they only pulled I don't know, man. They could just be really stupid and then at the same time also very, very, very naive. Lurid and gruesome details of the homicide charged by Gem State authorities were revealed publicly for the first time. According to prosecution, Tylee Ryan's charred remains were found buried in a shallow grave on Chad Daybell's property. The teenager's hands had been cut off. Why? As Blake spoke, jurors were shown pictures of the crime scene. Oh my God, an opening statement. You will hear it described as a mass of bone and tissue. The defendant's daughter, her DNA were discovered on a pickaxe and shovel on Chad's property. Wait, why? I don't understand. Why the hand thing? You have a theory? You think Lori has a pattern of putting people in a position where they need to prove their loyalty. I think she dared Chad to kill the children if he truly loves her. And then maybe she convinced her brother to kill her ex-husband. And then maybe she also convinced Chad to kill his wife. Leave the wife, kill her. That's so extreme. Yeah, she could just be batshit religious crazy and at the same time still demanding these wild shit. I could totally see that. Oh, the young boy who had autism was last alive sleeping on his uncle's shoulder, the prosecutor went on to say. The next time he was seen, he was found in a similar shallow grave, wrapped in trash bags that were taped over his head and his arms. His hands were still intact, but bound and duct taped together. Jurors were also shown the autopsy photographs of the victims. Tammy Daybell was strangled or smothered to death, a medical examiner in Utah determined. Oh, so she didn't just die in her sleep. At first, Tammy Daybell's death was attributed to natural causes, but as more information came to light, law enforcement reassessed and reopened the investigation. Thank God. Cox, who was believed to have acted as Vallow's hitman by killing her then husband, would cryptically suggest he might later be framed for Tammy Daybell's death. He died from a blood clot in his brain he died the very next day? Oh my God. If anything, wouldn't Lori Vallow see that as like a sign for some sort of divine justice? Jesus. Wonder what she thought about her brother's death. At the time of Tammy's exhumation, Alex said, "I hope I am not their fall guy." We may never know what he meant or knew because he died the next day after Tammy was exhumed. Jeez. Wait a second. Do you think the brother died of a blood clot, or you think somehow Lori was involved or something? Probably a bit of both. Maybe at least one of the murders is for the life insurance. Probably was a plan to run off with Chad. I don't know. Maybe even get off on weak men doing her evil deeds. She shows a pattern of killing before she met the last guy. Oh my God.